Welcome to the back of the Jeep. You're watching Prepack. When I started doing these videos for the paintball channel, it was sort of like a jokey thing. A paintball player trying out MRE, suffering through these things, did it for a lark. But the more I was doing the shows, the more research I did, the more I saw people saying, I should pick up one of these MREs, throw it in the back of my car, just in case of an emergency. Now, I'm all about emergency preparedness. I like that. But a lot of people just end their preparedness there, just toss one of these in the trunk. Got to think a little further ahead than that. So that's actually what we're going to discuss on this show. So let me set up the entire scenario that's going on right now. Right now, it is obviously dark outside. It's a nice summer night, which is why I've got the back of the Jeep open over here. We're doing this as sort of a role play. I say sort of because it's like role playing without the dice, I guess. The scenario is that you're stuck in your car for whatever reason. You're planned ahead. You got some food in the car. Now, of course, I'm cheating a little bit, as you can see by traffic that's going to be going by every once in a while. I'm not stranded. This is not an emergency scenario for me, so I can just kind of play this off for laughs. But I can see how this can get much worse, much faster. Before we actually even consider talking about the MRE, there's one thing we do kind of need to talk about. It is dark outside. If you're in a broken down vehicle, you're not always going to have the lights. The electrical system can be out. There can be some pretty big problems. So this is where you need to start planning ahead a little bit. I happen to have a small LED flashlight, but let's say you don't have a flashlight. You still do have a light source that you might not even think about. Got your phone. It's not going to be much, as you can kind of tell by this. Now, your eyes are going to be a lot better than the camera. And this is enough that I could possibly do the entire thing with just this light source. The biggest problem, again, though, is that you're going to run out of battery life on this. Matter of fact, this one's almost dead as it is, now that I look at it. So this is not going to last forever, and you really kind of want to save this for making emergency phone calls, especially in that kind of a scenario. So we are going to stick with this light source right here. So I do have an MRE, like one that you would probably stick in the back of your car if this was your preparedness, but I'm actually not going to tear into this one because I can already tell you one problem just from past experiences. MREs require one thing that you have to bring with you, and that is water. And most of the times, if you've got these just sitting in the back of your car, you're not going to have bottled water sitting in the back of your car. What can you do instead? Well, I happen to have one of these things left over from the last series that I did. This is a heater meal. This is more meant for civilian markets. You can literally throw a bunch of these in the back of your car and you'll be fine. I'll explain why in just a minute, but a lot of the MREs are not meant to be taken without water. So if you're going to go with an MRE, make sure you got some bottled water back there too. Just saying. We're actually going to dive into this one tonight. And this is the heater meal. Let's see if I can actually get the light on that properly. This is a green pepper steak with rice. Now, I've done one of these before as part of the old series of shows, but we're kind of amping it up just a little bit by doing this in the dark. This ought to be interesting. I always like the easy open lids there for this. Still need the box. I remember this one from previous episodes. The spoon and pack of stuff. I think this is salt water, but this is not drinking water. It says so right on the label, so you cannot drink this. This is actually for the heater unit. And of course, we've got the main event over here. Green pepper steak with rice. If you're going to do anything in the dark, make sure that you don't shuffle things around. I cannot see anything down here. I'm doing it all by braille. This is the one that was attached, wasn't it? Yeah. Heater meals, the heater unit is actually taped to the inside of the bag, or glued to the inside of the bag. So you have to slide this in a little carefully so that you don't slide it underneath for whatever reason. Now for the most exhilarating 30 seconds of this video. Okay, so water gets poured in there. The entire thing poured in there. That's done. I'll deal with that in a moment. This gets folded over. The tape is completely slacking on me. Take the tape off completely, put it back. It's getting really hot. There we go. All right. I'm actually going to give it a slight shake so that the entire heater unit gets nice and hot. Just like that. It doesn't say to do that, but sometimes it helps. And There we go. All right. No burning of the fingers this time, so I'm kind of amazed at that. So, holy crap, it's steaming. Actually, if I hold it up like this, you can see it really, really well. And that's why I wanted to put it down right away. That thing gets hot. This is just about done. I hope it's going to be warm. The tape failed on it, so all the steam just escaped out of there. So I'm hoping it's warm. But that actually kind of brings me to the point of why I'm doing this. I can imagine what it would be like if you're in a bad situation. You're out in the middle of nowhere. You got no cell phone signal. This is your shelter for the night. This is what you got. You know that you have this in the back of your trunk, but you've never actually opened it before. So what I'm going to recommend, if you're going to do this, if you're going to put an MRE or you're going to put a heater meal or whatever in the back of your car for an emergency situation, buy a spare one and make yourself a meal with it. Actually do everything in a calm situation. It's practice. That way, if you're in a bad situation, then you can actually just go ahead and do it. You know what to expect. It's not going to be easy, but at least you're going to have some preparedness, and that's really what we're going for here. It's not sizzling anymore. It's still quite hot to the touch, but it should, in theory, be done. So what else do I have in here? The wet nap with, does this have instructions? Yes, this one has instructions. And of course I have the spoon. That's going to be important. See if I can get the lighting a little better here. That's better, okay. Always work to improve your situation. I learned that from Les Stroud. But I do have water here, so if you're going to do a heater meal like this, you're going to have an MRE. Make sure you have bottled water someplace in the back. That presents its own problems too, but we can't discuss that for another 5 or 6 months. There we go. Okay, good. The seal hold on. The seal did not break. The seal did hold. Okay, I was about to put this hot thing on my lap. Bad decision. Ooh, that does smell really, really good. Kind of has a soup kind of smell to it. Like, I remember the last one. The last one had like a soupy kind of thing to it. You really smell the veggies in that, and it smells really, really good. Then again, that salmon might taste, and I smell really, really good right now too. This is about as swanky as I'm ever going to eat in the back of the Jeep. It's got water chestnuts, rice. I know it doesn't. You can't really see much, but that's beef and rice right there. Score. Yes, this is not as hot as it should have been. I probably could have left it on there for another minute or two. But then again, like I said, the bag did open it up on me. Yeah, that's good. This is good stuff. Green pepper steak with rice, definitely. Yeah. This is the stuff right here. It doesn't taste like it's homemade. It tastes kind of like what you'd get at the all-you-can-eat buffet. Or at like school. I am seriously, if I had some bread, I'd be swapping the bottom of this bowl for this one. That was good. So let's kind of do the reviewer cred part of this. So the heater meal, the green pepper steak with rice heater meal, very, very good. A lot of meat for the money, which actually kind of impressed me. Had a really nice taste to it. Had a good texture. It was yeah, water chestnuts. Swanky. I'll put a link down below to the company so that you can actually go there and find out where to buy them. Also, this one was only just an entree. They do make other ones that have more of a meal to them, as in like a drink and stuff like that. So if you're looking at having something to throw in the back of your trunk for survival, yeah, this is one I would recommend. No refrigeration necessary, you just go. But to kind of hit this point one more time, if you're going to go this route, if you're going to go with this, or if you're going to go with a regular MRE, get two. You want to have one that you can practice with. You want to learn what it's going to do. You want to learn how to work it. It sounds dumb, you know. It's just food. I think I've been on how to work food by now. It's mostly the heater unit. It's mostly what to expect on the inside of these things. Practice with one of these things, and then throw another one in your trunk, and you should be good to go. So, we're going to call that one a show. Thank you for watching Prepack. I'll catch you guys next episode.